Well, this is Robert Pierce. Here again in my garage in Novato, California. And I'm working on my 1963 plywood Snipe sailboat refurbishment. I got started painting this boat, and I've just applied the second coat, and it's gonna probably need 4 coats. There's still some primer showing through. I used a off-white primer that's a little bit yellow, so it's taking some time to cover, and I'm trying to put coats of paint on very thinly because I'm told that's the way to do it. I would say it's looking okay. It's never going to look too pro. I suppose it's always going to look like a amateur garage paint job. I think it's okay. I'm not seeing too many horrible brush strokes in this coat. I'm not seeing too many sags or drips, so I'm pretty satisfied. I am seeing some places where the hull is a little bit uneven, some divots that I did not fill too professionally. I think it's okay. I had originally wanted to use a flatter paint in order to show off the varnish work on the decks more. I think that's a technique that some wooden boat users use. But I ended up getting a gloss paint because I couldn't find the low luster version of the paint that I'm using. There's my helper, otherwise known as the budget minister, there in the background. You'll see, keeping a close eye. So I don't know, let's see. The shiny paint shows off some imperfections a little more than I like, because there are some imperfections, but all in all, I think it's looking okay, and I think with 2 more coats, it's gonna look acceptable. So, as I think I mentioned in a previous video, I did not use a paint sold as a marine paint. I didn't use Interlux or the Pettit paint or any of the Epiphanes paint. I used Benjamin Moore enamel paint called Super Spec. I added a little bit of this Penetrol to make it flow easier and flatten out a little better, I guess, so they say. It looks pretty good. You know, it's $32 a can for this paint. I think it's gonna work just as well. I've used it on another boat. I used it on a wooden El Toro that I had years ago, and it hardens up, and it's like tough as nails, and it's enough for a trailer boat, I believe. So there you go. Comments welcome. I have 2 coats on there. I'm going to apply a 3rd coat with very little sanding, and then a 4th coat with, again, very little sanding, and I think it's gonna be okay. Comments welcome.